Even after learning about assets, liabilities, and financial education, Vidura realized something powerful. Knowledge alone wasn't enough. The world is full of people who know what to do, but still don't do it. Why? Because obstacles stand in the way.
Every story shifts your mindset into gear, motivation, movement, meaning.
Rich Dad said, "The biggest difference between the rich and the poor is how they handle fear. Poor Dad feared losing money, so he avoided risk. Rich Dad feared loss too, but he faced it, learned from it, and tried again. Failure defeats the poor. Failure educates the rich." Vidura felt that fear when his first kiosk almost failed, but instead of quitting, he remembered Rich Dad's words. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward despite it. Rich Dad said, "Laziness doesn't always look like lying in bed. Sometimes it looks like being too busy." Poor Dad was busy every day. Meetings, papers, deadlines, but never had time to study money. Vidura, too, had fallen into that trap, working long hours at his company, telling himself he'd focus on his business one day. Until one night, Rich Dad's call changed everything. He said, "If you're too busy to learn, you're choosing ignorance." That night, Vidura made a decision to spend 1 hour daily learning his own business.
Rich Dad once told Vidura, "Habits shape destiny." Poor Dad often said, "I can't afford it." Rich Dad taught him to ask, "How can I afford it?" One kills the mind, the other awakens creativity. And arrogance, Rich Dad warned, when you think you know it all, you stop learning. And when you stop learning, your money stops growing.
Every dream faces obstacles. Every journey meets resistance. But here lies the secret. Obstacles don't block the path. They are the path. Fear, doubt, laziness, bad habits, arrogance, these are the real enemies of wealth. Not the economy, not your background. Rich Dad said, "The world is full of money. It flows everywhere, but it flows only to those who overcome their inner battles." So ask yourself, are you letting obstacles stop you, or letting them shape you? But Vidura's next challenge wasn't about failure. It was about discipline. His kiosk and digital studio were finally growing. Yet between his company job and his businesses, he faced a question every successful person meets one day. How do I make my money serve me first? That's when Rich Dad revealed the next great secret. The rule that builds wealth quietly, day after day. Next episode, Pay Yourself First, the secret to building wealth. And this time, Vidura's turning point will show exactly when to start and how to build wealth that never stops growing. You're watching Mayur Maruthi's channel. If Vidura's story inspired you, hit subscribe, tap the bell, and don't miss the next life-changing lesson. Pay yourself first, the secret to building wealth. Because success begins the day you start paying yourself first. If